Alright, another edition of What the Fuck, outdoor edition. So, don't have a timer, so we don't know what we'll do. Might be a short edition. Concepts are getting kind of, I think this will be the week of psychology and truth. These seem to be the issues. You know, how much of our psychology is blending into our descriptions of reality. And I might as well get to it. I mean, Great Tex made a video. I'll do a full video response to it. He basically apologized, but then took another, had his dog take another shit. It's like he came over, cleaned up the shit, and then had the dog shit in my lawn again. I mean, it was kind of stupid. He just basically made, oh, I'm sorry, but I'll just make the same accusation again. That your entire philosophy isn't based on philosophy. No, it's just your psychology trying to win some kind of petty football game or something. I mean, it's just so stupid. It's such a cheap accusation that yes, no time in my life would I have analyzed my own motives in speaking what I speak, and I would have no capacity to say, oh, I'm just talking shit out of my own psychology and has nothing to do with any logical principle. I mean, it's just a pile of crap. But anyway, we'll do a separate video for that. His video was really annoying, so you really have to have some guts to watch it. A lot of wind noise, and then there was street noise and rain noise, and it was not a very good video. The content was okay, but I'm just saying the video was a little hard to watch. So anyway, go to Amazing Atheist. Made a couple of good videos this week. Stayed on the atheism subject. Didn't talk about his anus or burritos, and they really weren't bad videos. So I can't complain too much. It's well written, well spoken, blah 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 blah. I can't point my scurvy finger of hate, but I still hate him. I just can't point the finger. Not this week. So anyway, except for the TJ Vids promotions and stuff, because yeah, that's lame. Anyway, Veritas 48. I'll mention him. He put up a couple of new videos last couple of weeks, so I watched a couple of them, and it was just amazing. I mean, 30 minutes, 3 videos, at least 3, on arguing about the question of, there's a simple argument for the Christians, if, you have to, where did God come from? Who gave birth to God? And it's an extraordinary claim, that intelligence poofed out of nowhere, but us as the atheists can't even claim a scientific process, an evolution of chemistry and biology. That's too extraordinary to explain us, but it's not extraordinary to say intelligence with a mission, with a purpose, poofed out of nowhere, okay, all of a sudden, because obviously God wasn't sitting around for eternity and then all of a sudden got the idea to invent humans, because he knows everything, right? So he must have got to it as soon as he got born. I mean, as soon as God was invented, he must have got right to business, right? And we're his business, right? It doesn't say he has another project somewhere else. We're his project. So he just poofed. 6,000 years ago, God just poofed into the universe. Who believes that? I mean, doesn't make any sense. So it's an argument about why he doesn't have to account for that question. Why just saying God did it is good enough, and he doesn't have to explain the explanation, because if you start explaining explanations, it goes on forever. And it was just so stupid, all this. The point is, if you have a good explanation, if you answer the question, then you don't have to explain your explanation. But if your explanation kind of sucks, then you have to explain it. That's the way it works. A good explanation doesn't have to be explained. A bad explanation needs further explanation. It needs more evidence, more reasoning, more logic. It's not an infinite regression, because you pile up a reservoir of evidence, circumstantial or direct. So anyway, it's just really a stupid, bogus argument to take 30 minutes worth of videos to argue that kind of inane bullshit. I think we ought to just burn down all the colleges. I mean, all these college philosophers are all fucked in the head. I mean, we just got to burn the colleges down because they are teaching them so much crap. I mean, quit reading these fucking 300-year-old philosophers, because they're out of their fucking minds. It really is such crap. Cunt and the rest of them. Whatever. Anyway, Tommy from the Bronx. I don't know. I have to come up with some new thing for him, like who the fuck cares? Yeah, that'll be my new acronym, WTFC. He's just been doing a lot of who the fuck cares videos. I mean, God, forget it. I don't care, Tommy. Oh, don't care, Tommy. Oh, don't care, Tommy. His last 10 videos have been all WTFC. Cody, same kind of thing, except for completely different reasons. It's just like, you know, okay, so what are you going to put on a tutu this time and try a new personality and try this thing? And I mean, ever since the bug glasses, well, he's been fucked-hearted for a long time, but he's just struggling too much to find a personality, and it's just, come on, just pick one and live with it. Fake Sagan, not much to say. Did the crazy video on TJ Vids, so that's all. I mean, I already talked about that basically and said lame, so I'll say lame again. Double lame, triple lame, silly lame. You know, maybe he should wear a dress, a tutu. It might have helped. But anyway, Human Highlander. He did the. I'll post this as a link to his video. I think did the first part of his what the fuck. He's a good talker. You know, I watched one of his review videos. It was pretty good on Terminator. But, you know, you can go on forever with the complaints about these kind of movies. And the stuff he complained about seemed a little silly to me. I mean, if you're gonna complain about not having the flesh thing in Terminator 3 and getting through the time travel thing or whatever, no, I mean, the real question is why can't you wear clothes? I mean, you build a time machine and you can't send a sheep through it because it's cotton fiber? I mean, what kind of dopey rules are this? No natural fibers. I mean, how come hair can go through? I mean, human hair can go through, but wool or cotton can't go through? It doesn't make any fucking sense. It's insane. It's not that it doesn't make any sense. It's fucking insane. And it's obviously just a contrivance to get Arnold naked and do the funny naked scenes. And so, I mean, you know, those are just like obvious plot contrivances. And, you know, that's a flaw in the movie, but fortunately the first two movies were good enough to get around that because the humor was so good. I'd be back. You know, it's goddamn good movies. So anyway, I don't think Terminator 4 is going to do much for me, but we'll see. Maybe I can get Karina to send it to me when she steals it. So if you hear me, Karina, you got to send me some movies. All right? I'll do the Skypey thing. You send me the movies. Maybe you can mail them to me. I don't know. Got to find some way to see these movies because I'm no good at stealing movies. I just end up getting viruses. Every time I try to do any of that crap, I end up with some kind of like, my whole computer's laughing at me. You know, big ha-ha comes on my, you know, on my desktop. Ha-ha, we fucked your computer. So yeah, it doesn't really work for me. So anyway, Dario did a little dream video, but it was kind of boring. There was no boobs or vaginas or penises in it. It was just, you know, if you're going to bother having a dream, you got to have some, you know, it's got to have some kind of intrigue in there. And it wasn't very intriguey. But anyway, so who else? Oh yeah, well the Highlander guy. Yeah, he does do the good what the fucks. He's got a part 2 coming tomorrow, so I'll be the meat in the what the fuck sandwich. I'll be in the middle. Yeah, so that'll be good. But yeah, he's probably better at me than me at it. So shit, he probably should take my job. Entirely, completely, and I'll do something else like fool for a day or something. But anyway, okay, so stick in. We'll get on to that. You know, I guess I thought, oh man, it's going to be war. You know, the next few months it's just going to be war. I'm going to hate all these people and do all this hate stuff. And it's kind of all died down. I actually was talking to Avi and Stickcam last night, and you know, we didn't call each other a dumb fuck or do any of that bullshit. And so we're kind of over it. I'm going to call these people like Ludocrites. That'll be my name for them. So it'll be the Phantasmagoricals and the Ludocrites. And the Ludocrites will be the subjectivists, and the Phantasmagoricals will be the gravity makes objects love each other kind of bullshit. You know, the love talkers will be in one category, and the Ludocrites will be the people who can't think that there's a real reality. It's all subjective bullshit. Birds really aren't making noise. It's just some kind of subjective interpretation I'm making. I mean, come on. Can't say for sure they're birds. They could be tree frogs or something. But anyway, it's just silly. But the subject of, like I said, this week will probably be a lot of talk about that. So if you don't like this kind of conversation, vacation for a little while, because I'm going to talk a lot about psychology and the truth. I think. But anyway, the conversation was not bad. So Stickam was pretty good last night, actually. I thought it was pretty good. It was a lot, yeah, there was some nerdy parts, and we talked stupid stuff, computers and shit, Linux. Wasn't, I mean, not a lot, like 10, 15 minutes of that shit in little segments. But I mean, there was a lot of varied conversation, and the conversation was kind of good, and the humor was kind of good, and it was kind of a fun, relaxed kind of atmosphere, and there wasn't any hystericals or anything, so I thought it was a pretty good evening. But yeah, Karina did fall asleep, so, but she was so cute. Oh, I got a little video of it for myself. You know, it's my little private video. But oh, she is a charmer. Yeah, I just don't want to make it the Karina thing, but yeah, I could do whole videos on Karina. Karina. Just a whole long hours and hours of video. So anyway, so yeah, so I guess I'm gonna maybe start picking a little fight with the Veritas guy. Like, I don't want to hit his guts or anything. He tries to be a nice guy, and he seems like a semi-sincere person. But you know, he reads these speeches with all this philosophical bibble babble wordplay nonsense, and in his heart, I think he knows it's all bullshit.